I know this is all for me. Listen up.
Yo, this your boy Sauce, and you're tuned in to His, Hers, and the Truth podcast with Nika T and Steph G. You're listening to my new single, All For Me, featuring Monte Ray, available now on all streaming platforms.
Illegal features, face should be on a wanted poster. Let me show you a good life like a man supposed to. Lay you down with some good pipe.
Hey, this Steph G,
And this is Nika T.
and this is
His, Hers, and the Truth podcast.
We missed y'all last week, man.
Yeah.
It's been a good 2 week, I guess, break.
Has it? What you been up to?
I always feel like I say nothing, but it's like it's something I've done, but I just can't remember
You
it,
just can't recall it.
or it's
time.
just just man not wasting my money, but doing a lot of spending, uh, for my baby's upcoming Christmas/birthday. She gonna be
Okay.
4, man.
I know. I'm about to have a 5-year-old.
That's crazy. Who would have thought?
Facts.
At least for me. Who would have thought?
Especially for you.
I almost said something, but that's for the OnlyFans, right?
That's for the OnlyFans. We dropping names.
Yeah. But no, man. Just been spending money. I fell off at the gym. I be hooping.
It be like that.
I be hooping or working out with my homeboy's business with kids and getting their skill sets together.
hmm
But just overall, I think I've been going hard too much in everything for like the last 2 months.
Take a break. It's
I
never wrong
did.
to
I
take a
and
short little break, kick your feet up,
and I
woosah.
did. I did. And I'm finna take a break from work too. Cause really, I'll probably do some work after we
It's
finish recording.
necessary. I'm ready for my birthday. I'm ready for February. I'm
What you gonna
sorry.
do?
Man, I know I'm gonna be off work for a whole week. I'm taking a
Do
whole
y'all
week
shit
for
roll over?
myself. Yes.
Man, our sick time rolls over, but the vacation starts. I hate that. I'm like, man, let that roll
We
over.
only have 8 hours that don't roll over. They have to be used by the end of the year.
You only have 8 that don't.
Yeah.
So
But depending on how long you've
if you
been at
got
the company, you get a certain amount of hours each pay period.
right. So is it like at the end of the year they take away
They
8?
give us a discretionary holiday.
Oh, that's
So
right.
with the discretionary holiday, we either use it or we lose it.
Shit, you better use that thing. It would be dumb to lose it.
Might as well.
See, that's why I didn't understand about benefits of like jobs at one point.
Yeah.
Like they'll tell you how your off days work. Like, nah, I want to know how much I can accrue after each pay period. How much,
Some of them
are you
don't work
fronting
that
me?
way though.
Yeah, some of them they like my one of my jobs only gave us 3 hours of pay, not 4 a pay period, and I was just like, bro, it's I do. It was when I was working in them facilities.
hmm
I go home with a
There
headache
wasn't
every
enough
day.
time. Listen,
I can't be going home with no headache every day,
listen.
man. With 4 hours of
I encourage people at work to like take their mental health time, man. Cause you be needing a break from work. Like after a while, you realize that you then got into a whole routine, and that routine has become mundane. And you like, where the fuck is my life going right now? Like, bro, sometimes them mental health days is
I think that's where I'm
needed.
at. It's kind of like I do so much of a routine, and now incorporating doing something else like twice a week. It's kind of like not making it a routine anymore, but it's kind of like everything else I did prior to that,
Right.
and then adding that even for the short period of time has just been kind of exhausting. So it's like I took the time I had off, I took it off, and it was pretty good. And now I'm kind of feeling myself like going back to what I was doing at first.
That's good. I mean, I know I kind of got off on a few things that I was once doing, and I'm working on getting it back. But like, I'm in the process. Well, we're in the process of actually adapting to some new changes that we're trying to make. So it's like we going through a process of, you know, re-examining our finances and re-examining, some of the things that we're wanting to do, business wise, extracurricular wise, and different things like that.
Oh, y'all got some
But
new activities? That is a blessing. That is a
what
blessing.
does
Like,
that mean?
cause at one point it was like you wanted new activities, but it was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I don't know what I want to do. And so now that you got somebody to help you with the new activities,
I mean, I guess you can say
you
that.
yes, man.
We do a lot of the same stuff that I always do. I just have somebody to do it with.
But
Like
now you're
like
getting
we
something
both
new.
enjoy being in the house. We don't have to go out and do much of anything. We happy right here at home.
I
Like
can't do it. I try. I actually did the homebody thing for an experiment with myself
for how long?
about 2 weeks.
When?
Oh, this was a couple years ago.
Um, you need to revisit that.
I mean,
You should
I
revisit it.
I how
You should revisit it,
probably
and
during.
then after you revisit that, try the whole sensory deprivation
I'm not
thing.
doing that. I'm not doing that. Tell them what the dep- yeah. Tell them what that was.
So, sensory deprivation tanks are like these tanks that you go in. You go in there with earplugs so you can't hear. It's pitch black, no sound, and you floating in water. And you basically in there with your mind, I guess. You with yourself. And a lot of people have different experiences to it. I'm not willing to try it out, but
So how the
you
fuck you
know,
finna offer it to me?
I I thought that you at first said you wanted to do it. I didn't he wasn't he on the team of saying he wanted to do it? See,
I didn't,
even
I didn't
Walt Deasy
I didn't
agreed
say
with
I
me.
wanted to do it.
He said he try it.
I said I
I
might
I
until the I really thought about the water part, and I was like, and you know what I'm saying. It's one thing, if you closing
I
like
mean,
a
but it's not
door.
like you underwater though.
Yeah, but no, it's like you in a bathtub and you just sitting up there like that with the thing over. I'm claustrophobic. I can't do it.
Okay.
Cause listen, I
We need to find somebody that's willing to go to a
somebody that's
sensory
not
deprivation
claustrophobic.
tank. And after they go, not somebody that worked for one of the places that's biased, but we need somebody to actually go. And then after they go, they need to come back, sit down on the couch with us, and tell us about their
Yeah, I
experience.
can do that all they want. Cause
Anybody
listen,
willing to try
I
sensory
rode in the
deprivation?
trunk. This is after graduation. I don't even know whose graduation. In high school, well, he too damn big. He probably have you ever rode in the trunk before? Thank you. That's what I'm saying. And this was my smaller days. So I was in the
This was when your
this.
ears didn't
Shut
match
the
it.
shut the fuck. Listen, I was in the trunk and
He
I
grew
just
into
I man, all right. So I couldn't breathe in the trunk. It was like even they try to put the little middle thing down so that I can see through the back seat. Nah, dog, I'm gonna tore a hole in that
let
damn
me
back
out.
seat.
Let me out.
Yeah, I can't do it. So yeah, that's why I say because then they have to pull the little thing over their head, and just no, I'm alright. Well wishes, and it's for an hour. No,
What?
your fingers gonna be all soggy and shit.
I mean, you get to meditate,
Yeah, you meditating to sog.
numb your hoe.
I don't wanna meditate to sog. Shit, man, if that's the case. I can just sit in the jacuzzi.
All right. I'm just saying.
Yeah, all right,
You, sh-
whatever.
you should try
I'm
it.
I'm gonna let you try it first because it
No,
was your
I was the
idea.
first person to say that I did not want to try it.
But it was your idea.
No, It was not my idea.
So
I simply asked y'all, had y'all heard of it? And then you and this one over here decided that y'all was like, I'd try it out. Then y'all heard there was the water involved, even though I had said water in the beginning, but y'all didn't want to hear me at that point, huh? Even though I said water involved, then y'all want to punk out.
I mean, whatever. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. So when we find somebody to do it, they can come on here and talk about their experience.
All right, bro.
I'm just saying. Speaking of experiences, did y'all hear about what's that place? True Kitchen.
Oh, I heard about that.
About the folks
The
twerking in the restaurant.
I mean, now all of the restaurants is like marketing off of that shit.
They are how?
Like they basically saying, "Hey, you can come twerk at our
Yep, yep.
restaurant." They marketing the fuck off of that
So
shit.
so do you feel like old boy was wrong?
I don't.
You
I
don't.
don't.
Anybody feel like old boy was wrong? Cause
You feel like he was wrong?
no, I don't. It's just I was scrolling through Twitter and folks were like, if you they said that he committed business suicide, and it's kind of like,
By the way that he spoke to them,
yeah, but
and
then
then I
there was
saw a lot of people saying, "Well, why would you even have that type of music playing?" And but my thing is, black folks don't want accountability. I always talk about accountability,
and
black
my
folks.
thing is he talked to them before he went off,
Beforehand, and
before
then
he
y'all
went off,
standing in this man's, in his
and that looks like a
and
small business still.
yeah, and it's one thing like it's companies out here that's you can stand in our booths and blase blase, but y'all probably franchised or y'all got chains or whatever, so
Yeah.
you could probably afford that. But this man built this stuff from the ground up. So like your mama say, when you go in somebody else's house, you sit down and act like you got some sense.
Right, and it's like, if he and if he asking you, hey, don't do that. I'm playing you music to create a vibe, not
I'm
to
I'm
not to
giving you
create.
the vibe of the culture.
This ain't Blue Flame. I'm not Blue Flame. I'm giving you food and a vibe. Like most places you go to, you probably won't even hear this music. But now you got a place to where you can probably be quote unquote classy and hear the music that you like. Like,
You ain't got
hell.
to be twerking all over
And
the
then
place.
and then they, yeah, like you said about the accountability part, they were like, when you serve drinks like this, what you think finna happen? No, man. No. That kind of
It
goes
just
back to what we were saying earlier about, you know, projecting yourself in a certain way. You think you're supposed to receive a certain behavior. You know, it's like just because I serve you these kind of drinks does not mean it's meant for your ass to
no.
get up and
Like
start twerking.
you can't blame nobody else for your actions, bro. Like you just decided to do that. You made it up in your mind that you was gonna get up and act ass. Point blank period. I mean, I know a lot of people it's like even though he did ask them several times, he still shouldn't have used profanity and blase blase. He should have just kicked them out. Like, bro,
It's like I asked you, what
y'all
more do
should
you want?
I the one thing that I felt like he was trying to do, even though people don't look at it this way, I feel like he was trying to use it as a teachable moment. Use it as something to be able to say, hey, I'm doing this for us to be able to have somewhere to go to. Let's I get that, y'all enjoying yourselves and everything like that, but let's not go overboard with it.
Right.
We still can be sophisticated, so to speak. You can eat good and be in a nice, classy setting and still get your ratchery on by listening to the music. You ain't got to get up and shake your ass everywhere. And on top of that, who the fuck want somebody shaking their ass in their face while they trying to eat their food? Like,
I mean, I've been in strip clubs where,
I mean, that's different.
it was ass. Well, I mean,
It's
it
a
was.
strip club. It's intended. It's
But
expected.
yeah, folks really. Some folks be like, I don't want to eat at the strip club. That's nasty. And then you have some folks that be like, that food fire. I'm on the side of
That
that
food
food
fire.
fire. I mean, I'm just saying. So Yeah, and then you gotta think. You don't want nobody dancing in your furniture, your restaurant furniture, because you got other people trying to come in
You
and
gotta,
sit.
yeah,
Then they gotta see you put them in an area where somebody nasty ass feet was just in. Probably feet smell bad, because most people gonna take their shoes off and dance. You know, it's too many
like you just
barriers with
gotta act
that.
like you got home training, fam.
Some folks don't. That's the bad part.
But I'm not gonna lie, like when I first heard about them folks standing up in his booth, like the first thing that came to mind was the Chappelle show and
Fuck
Rick
your
James,
couch.
fuck your
Fuck your
couch.
couch, nigga. Hey man, shout out to Dave Chappelle though. You know
Man,
what I'm saying?
he's a motherfucking boss.
And right now, Dave Chappelle is really just speaking the truth and getting paid millions just to tell his story, just to tell the story of what happened with him in Comedy Central. That nigga is getting paid because I mean he literally asked Netflix
To
to
take down the Chappelle
take
show.
down the Chappelle show, and they did. Side note, did you see it? They going up to what, $20 a month? Netflix,
Everybody going up. God
Hulu Live
damn.
going up. I'm pissed
Yeah.
because I was finna get it, and I said, hold on. I was there for your ass when it was just $50. Just $50. Now you went to 55. Now you going to 64.
Yeah.
Like y'all tripping now.
They ain't bullshit no more. Niggas is about to start going back to cable, my nigga.
Might as well. That shit ain't gonna.
motherfuckers
It ain't
moved
gonna take
away from
long.
motherfuckers moved away from cable because they was too damn
Streaming
high. And
services.
now these streaming
Like
services
like
they not.
so,
Because, and
I'm
I will say this too, in this particular age that we in, the COVID age, post COVID or pre COVID, during COVID, however they want to look at it.
and
In this age that we currently in right now, people are still not really leaving their house. People are enjoying the fact of being able to be in their houses. Me and baby was just talking about that the other day. Like we enjoy being in our house. So like we just found out that the Matrix 4 is gonna be released on HBO Max the same day that it's released in the theaters. We was like, well shit, we already got HBO Max. We might as well just stay in the house and catch it.
yeah, no, I'm gonna go to the
Well, we
theaters.
know you're gonna go to the theaters. We done had conversations about this already.
But no, I feel you though, man. It's like the fact that now places are giving you the options because COVID really changed everything, and it's like coming to America too. You know what I'm saying? They selling it straight to a streaming platform. It was supposed to be coming to theaters, not coming to theaters no more. The comedy specials, you only selling them the platform, even though there's
Yeah.
been a thing lately. It just enhanced it even more now with
Yeah.
COVID. So you know, the fact that they just give you an option to either watch it at home or go to the movies, and I I like it because some stuff you just want to be like, nah, I'll just stay at the house and watch it, or I'll wait until it becomes a little bit cheaper and I'll see what it's like. But no, I think with the whole streaming services though, and why I think they won't lose any money is because of those original shows that come from those streaming
Right.
services. Those original shows have been like I watched Ratchet. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like the spinoff from American Horror Story. I like it. And I think that's a Netflix production.
That's true.
You're
They
not
do
gonna
be having
see.
their own individuals, like they do be having a original stuff that they come out with that
Yeah,
people tend to fuck with heavy.
I mean, and HBO they doing pretty good too with their stuff. I don't. I think the good part about HBO is that they license their stuff to Hulu and they have their own streaming
Yeah.
port. So it's like, man, I might want to
It's a
watch.
couple of channels like that.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot. Like NBC is coming with their own stuff. That's why. Uh, I mean, do y'all watch The Office
The Office, the
show?
sitcom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I do.
Well, that's leaving Netflix and it's going to NBC. And all the other stuff. Like, man, I was mad. The Grinch is finna be off of Netflix. The one with Jim Carrey.
Oh,
They
you and
finna.
your feelings?
Yeah, yeah. That's the shit, man. Skylar, wake up. Like Grinch. All right, man. Get to sit down and watch the Grinch with us.
I mean, it's a good. It's you
That's the
know
that's the best
my
Grinch
fra- my
aside from a
my
cartoon.
favorite line is "You're the freak with the red nose and nobody likes you."
I don't know why you remember that, but all right, yeah. Do your thing.
Cool movie. You the one that's being extra emotional because it's getting taken off of
I'm
Netflix.
not being extra emotional. It's just
Anyway,
one
speaking
set
of
of emotions.
emotions,
Nah,
let's
hold
go
on.
ahead and
It's
get
one set
into the
of
daily
emotions.
topic for today.
It's one set of emotions. What's the topic for today?
The
Since you switch it.
topic for today is happiness versus contentment. The truth about happiness and contentment.
Now, when you look up the word contentment, it says happy. Oh,
He
you got
said
your
I had
notes.
to write
Go
it
on.
down because I ain't got no phone right now.
Yeah. Go ahead. You got the note.
No, but
No.
you were onto what I had already written down.
So what I
So go ahead and say what you was about to say.
no, I'm just gonna
Go
say I
ahead.
just think it's bullshit. Like that definition from Webster, Google.
A
What's
state
the
of
what's the,
happiness and satisfaction. That's what
yeah
you got, right? When you looked it up.
yeah.
So I had to keep looking, right? And
Hmm.
then I found could be a state of having accepted one situation and is a milder and more tentative form of happiness.
So just mild happiness.
So it's like the level under happiness.
So that should be the main definition of content. Like don't tell me that I'm happy being content. I'm not.
I feel like being content is like you just settle.
Do you think it's settling or
I think contentment is
so like
settling.
is that part of settling going into a negative connotation?
What do you mean?
Like you know how some people say don't settle, and when they say don't settle, it's like a negative thing to be okay with where you are. So when you say it's a way of settling.
Yeah, especially if you can always do better than where you currently are, then it can be a negative thing. Now, don't get me wrong, if you happy with where you at, then
You're not content. You happy, right?
exactly.
So
If you content, there's still something that you're longing for, in my opinion. There's still something that you're longing for.
yeah, but it's the only thing with that is do they know when they are content or when they're happy?
I
Like,
don't think some people know.
and that's the thing. How can we get or how can that person find out if they are content or happy? Is it looking beyond? Okay, yes, we are best friends, but we could have another type of like the friendship could be better if we did this. So is it being content by not explaining that, or is it I'm content with how our friendship is, but we should be able to be accountability partners as well, type thing. You get what I'm saying? Like there's always another gear to get
That you can
into.
kick into.
Yeah,
And I mean, you can be happy as a whole and then be content with a certain aspect of something. You can always break it down into several different parts, you know what I'm saying? Like
but is that part negative because you're content?
I wouldn't say that it's negative. It just is what it is. It's you feel that there is something additional that you could have, and that's something that you want.
So is that part of being content or settling okay? So are you saying that there are some parts of settling that's okay?
No.
So you think there's always needs to be elevation when you are content, right?
Yeah, the goal is always happiness, right? I mean, for me at least,
I
my
mean,
goal
but
my
do
goal
you?
in life is to be happy.
And then, well, it even beyond the happy part, do you think joy is different from happiness?
Mm,
Even though we are content versus happiness, I just want to know is there, or do y'all feel like their joy is different from happiness?
no, I feel like happiness and joy are the same thing.
But so was contentment.
But we already agreed that contentment is a step below happiness.
I just feel like I feel like there. I do agree with that. There's that content is below happiness. I was just going by based on definition. I think that's why
Okay.
you know. But the same as saying content is settling, and I don't feel like settling in a certain sense isn't a bad thing because it's like s- being content can come with patience.
Right.
And if you don't have patience, then you might not learn what it is that you actually going through in this contentment stage. I know I'm pretty good with uh being patient in certain parts of my life, and so it's like I'm content here because I know where I want to be. I'm making those steps gradually, and I know it's going to take a little while
Okay, I can see that point of view.
to get where yeah. And so and that's
I mean, I still don't feel that way because I lack patience, but
like a motherfucker.
like a motherfucker.
But that's another thing though. That's you're happy not you gotta be happy not having patience. Otherwise you would settle with
I mean, I've
taking
learned how
time
to deal
to
with myself not having patience.
how is that?
Um, it's really training yourself to be patient with yourself. So like I got like for me, I know one thing, me and Ja, mm, we don't like being woke up. Ja especially. So like even with her, I'm like, okay, I know some mornings she like to drag her feet getting ready. So I need to allow her additional time. But that means I need to get up sooner because I need to have enough time where I'm up and actually capable of focusing on
Fucking up.
where I'm able to focus on her. You know what I'm saying? And like my mind is in a space where it's like, okay, mommy mode. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's basically training myself to like if I know that me being late for something is gonna put my patience and my anxiety at an all time high, then I'm gonna make sure that I'm preparing several hours in advance for whatever that is. Or it may not even be several hours, but whatever allotted time that I really need to get it done, I'm gonna give myself a little bit extra. You know what I'm saying? That way I don't have to have my patience tested.
I think as long as you have a kid, that's gonna happen.
What?
Your patience will be tested.
I
Because I
don't
mean, there's
know.
the kids don't give a fuck.
They don't.
Kids don't give a fuck. They
They
don't give a fuck
don't.
what you really got to do. It's about what I need to get done in the time I need to do it. You can yell at me all you want, but I'm gonna still take my time.
Hey man, I bribe my kid.
You
I'm
got
not
to.
gonna
You be like,
lie.
you want a treat, don't you?
I'm not gonna
You better hurry
lie.
up and do it.
Like I said, Ja don't like getting up in the mornings. That's her thing. She gonna argue with me, Mom. I'm tired. I'm too tired. I am too tired, Mom. I promise I can't do it.
Bro,
Hey
you ain't did
Ja,
shit.
nah. Hey Ja, if you get up, get ready, brush your teeth,
You
and
can
get
lay
your
back
shoes
down.
on, no,
Oh.
I'll give you a brownie. Hop straight up and get done and get it done. Get it all done.
You
Everything.
you think older generations did that? I mean,
I don't
they probably
I
bribed you
don't
with some extra
remember.
tree sap or some shit. You know, just a
Define
back.
older generation.
I mean, I took it a little
Yeah,
old.
you did.
But I mean,
Cause
even in
like
the
I
'90s,
wasn't bribed to
in
get
the
out the
in the
bed.
'90s, it was if you get up on time and or
If you get
if
up on time and
yeah,
you make it to the bus stop, you won't get your ass beat.
that was a bribe. Cause that was you got ass whoopings on the regular back in the '90s, and that was for nothing. You got ass whoopings for sleeping in too long. Cause
Right.
oh my goodness, don't remind me of that shit.
Don't look bored. Don't make the mistake of looking
Yeah,
bored. Oh my God.
you better rip off some paper and tear it up in three different areas of the house. Oh my goodness, look at this. Like, cause my dad good for that. My dad would literally say, "Son, you ain't got nothing to do. Come on." Nah, and
You're like,
that's
damn.
probably why I don't go see his ass now, cause he probably still be on the same thing. He was like, "Son, come help me with this, bro. I ain't come over here for that shit."
My daddy a show put motherfuckers to work. Like you go to his house, you better prepare yourself to work.
Right, man. Like, yeah, do you just want to chill? But now I kind of see, you know, how he is now, cause I mean that kind of goes back to, the happiness part. He was happy doing shit. You know what I'm
I
saying?
get
I
that.
was happy not doing shit.
See that? Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
mm-mm. I mean, but well, let me ask you this: when it comes down to relationships, is being content a good thing in an intimate relationship? Some parts of that, like I'm content with us uh not traveling as much. This is an example, because I'll be pissed. But is it settling? Is it a bad thing? Because you want to do it, but you're okay not doing it.
I think I think in that aspect, it's kind of everybody knows that relationships go in cycles and seasons. And though you may be in a relationship that is intended to last a lifetime, that relationship still goes through its cycles and seasons. It has its up moments, has its down moments. There are going to come times where you are in that relationship and you may have a moment where it's contentment. You might be yearning for more, or you might just be yearning for something from the past that y'all once had that has kind of just
Faded.
slipped, yeah, just kind of slipped through the cracks or whatever. So I do think that contentment comes in relationships, but I also think that in those particular times, me, I say comfort kills growth. Once you get to a place where you just comfortable, like you not gonna try to do too much more. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your comfort zone. You always got to be willing to step out of your comfort zone in order to get back to that happy or maintain that happy. I think our relationships probably go through that wave of that up and down. But I don't think contentment is necessarily a bad thing. That just means that there's growth on the horizon.
I'm thinking, cause it's like
That sounded real good though, didn't it?
it
I
did,
know it sounded real good
it
because Walt
did.
Disney was back there nodding his head
He
and
like,
everything.
I think,
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
yeah, I think being content in a relationship, uh, is really a trying thing. Meaning, it's like, okay, how long can I be in this position and be patient with understanding that
Absolutely.
maybe my partner at the time isn't ready to evolve yet, and that I can be patient to wait until they become able to meet me where it is that I'm trying to go. But I also think that being content with that could lead that person to be completely comfortable, your mate completely comfortable,
Right.
and
I have fear of that. Like I used to be like, well, I had. But I used to be like, how do I know if I see this as something that potentially needs to evolve into something better? Uh, how do I know that you are actually working on it or you're going to actually involve into where you're saying you're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to really gauge that somebody gonna actually put forth that
Basically,
effort
being
and do
content
it.
on potential.
Yeah, that's difficult as fuck.
Yeah, no. See, and I had to learn that over time was being content on potentially because sometimes you have to look at the potential in someone that might arise. That shit hard though.
Right. Like, I mean, you have to, in relationships, you have to accept that each of y'all grow. Like, the person that you are today is not the person that you're going to be in 5 or 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So, like, in the process of evolving, y'all have to now learn each other all over again. You have to learn who you are now, especially. So you gotta, on top of figuring out your person, you have to figure you out. You gotta make sure you know who this new you is.
Yeah, sometimes you ain't gonna like that
And so,
shit.
and that's true. And then sometimes the rate at which you might grow may not necessarily be the same rate at which she grows in a certain area. And y'all have to be willing to work through that with each other as well.
Mm.
But I mean, it's one of them things of depending on what level of the relationship you in and what you willing to put in to the relationship as to know if y'all gonna make it through that shit or not.
So my next question is there a step above happiness? Like, I know we kind of said about the joy
I
thing
mean, I think
being
the only
tied
step above
together.
happiness would be like nirvana.
Ooh, what is nirvana? I've never heard of that
That's
before.
like
Ti word of the day.
that's like just it's heaven. It's a place of peace, a place of
You believe in
ultimate
heaven?
peace. I'm giving words that people can relate to.
Right, right, right.
Giving
That because
words
that
that
would be
people can
best, right?
relate to. Yeah. Yeah. It would I would think that I mean, I feel like happiness is the highest form that you can be.
Hmm.
Happy is it's a pure feeling, I think.
This is in Buddhism. A transcendent state in which there is neither suffering, desire, nor sense of self, and the subject is released from the effects of karma and the cycle of death and rebirth. It represents the final goal of Buddhism. Also,
Peace.
another thing says a state of perfect happiness, an ideal. I don't know that word. So we just gonna stay with
And I swear I'm not editing that out.
you
Spell the
cut
word.
that shit. Nah, I can't even read it.
Uh, God, I'm not cutting it out.
Fuck it. They know me. Y'all know me. Y'all know my heart. Shit.
Oh, do you feel like you're content right now with life?
Yeah, I'm definitely content. I know what I know I want to do more and I know what I want to do more with, but I am not sure about how I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I want to I want to do a lot, but it's like I want to do a lot in the same time. I want to work on this business.
I know
I
exactly
want
what you're going
to
through.
go to school and I want to be in this career.
Yeah.
I want to eliminate debt. I want to be, in a better mental state. And it's like I want to do it all at the same
All
time,
at the same
but
time.
I know it's gonna really throw me off to be doing it all at the same time because it's like me personally, I wanted to focus on three areas of my life, and I wanted to be proficient in those three areas before I move on to these other areas of my life. So I just had to come to that conclusion, and I said once I get that down paid, once I get that, together and know it like the back of my hand, then I can move on to the other things that I need. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I'm content, but it's like I have a steady level of, you know, foresight. It's like I see where I want to go. It's just, all right, I'm cool. Like this is not the time yet,
Right.
or I'm cool with it being. I need to put in more effort and then just finding out where it is. I need to put the effort in it.
Right. I get that. I get that. I'm kind of in the same place. Like I feel content with life as a whole. Um Simply because basically for the same reasons that you are. Like I know that I want to be in a certain place and I know that I have a specific goal that I'm trying to reach.
Hmm.
So with that goal, it's like trying to get there. That's where my biggest issue with patience comes in. At trying to get there and wanting to be there now and not being there, and then also having everything that I want to do on top of that. So it's like, I mean, I've always had a lot on my plate as to what I wanted to do. And now I'm at a place now where I'm like, I'm getting more serious about it. But it's like, bro, why can't this just be this today? Not saying that I don't want to put in the work for it, but it's more of I know the work that I've put in before. So now it's like seeing the amount of work that I got to do now. It's just like, bro, I don't want to put in that amount of work again and
Right.
then feel like I'm still in the same spot. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I get it. And that's just I'll say this coronavirus really put me in the mindset of being content with slowing down. Uh,
that's always been my MO.
yeah, I mean, I didn't move like that. I had to move around. I had to do something, and to this day, I still do. But it's kind of like
You slow
I,
down a little
I,
bit.
yeah, I do a little bit more evaluating before I go and do stuff. Like I used to go to stores and just walk around and pick up shit to buy. Now, I mean, I probably do that, but I would just go to the store. I wouldn't be going out to buy nothing. I'll just
Right.
find me some, yeah, just to walk around and see what's new out there. But before I'm analyze, I'm not gonna buy shit because I know I'm content with the fact that I I want it, but I don't need to buy it. While understanding that I have this other goal that I'm working on. So yeah, I gotta thank COVID, man. Just and
It,
then
it's giving me time to slow down and kind of just it is actually giving me a time to take a break, a much needed break and rest and recoup, especially health wise and everything like that. Just
yeah,
getting stuff on track, things like that. But it's just giving me the opportunity to really know and understand, like to it's giving me the opportunity to really evaluate
hmm
the things that I have going on and prioritize.
speaking of Corona,
What about it?
shout out to Moderna. I got some stock in Moderna, and that shit. I invested like $50 in this. Thought he got like 100 something return.
That's what's up. Congratulations.
So I've been like, yeah, yeah, Corona came through for a nigga. It
You so
sound it
silly.
sound bad. It sound bad, but I mean, you know,
You so silly.
no man, I'm trying to make this money work for me, man.
That's how it's
Trying to
supposed to
make
be,
some
ain't it?
money. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
Make
Uh,
that money.
I've been trying to not really teach other people because I'm still learning. Just inform people about, just hey, uh, in the end, we got to figure out, how to do more without doing more, or get more without doing more. You know what I'm saying? And
Work smart, not hard.
trying to tell folks about investments and what to look forward to, Everything's a risk. You know what I'm saying? Everything's a risk, but
Everything's real.
inflation is a bitch. So you putting money aside, and it's not nothing's growing on top of the dollar. It's just like, hey, it ain't gonna be worth the same later. But that's another topic for another time. Hey, did you see? I know you don't really be on social media like that. Funk Flex, yeah, lipo.
I heard about that. I heard about
Uh,
that.
I ain't never heard of niggas getting lipo. Is that like, is that a like a new thing? I ain't gonna say a this generation thing too.
I ain't gonna.
I
It
don't know
probably ain't
nobody
a new
my
thing.
age.
It probably ain't a new thing. Niggas probably then got lipo
And
and
that might be a state of happiness that makes somebody happy. Shit, I want to
I'm
suck all
I'm
this
kind of
out.
like I'm kind of like as long as you're not harming other people, whatever makes you happy, do that shit.
True that, but
Who am I to
I'm a
judge?
fat nigga, but I can't see myself just like take it out, you know. But I mean, like you say, who am I to judge?
Who am I
I'm
to
only thinking about my own
judge?
body. I don't need to be thinking about nobody else's. But shout out to Funk Flex, you
I
know.
mean, if I were a man going in to get liposuction, like I'd be worried that they would make me shaped like a woman or something. I don't know.
No, they be giving niggas abs from what I hear.
I heard
Abs,
I heard niggas can get
abs.
abs. Yeah, I heard
Oh
about
shit,
that.
I might need to
I
go.
mean,
You know,
bro, cut it
have
out.
you seen Bernice? I don't even know her last name. Burgos?
Ti's
Ti side chick.
ex
Ti
side
tiny side
chick.
chick. I think she got abs, or they gave her. I don't know. That's probably like the best fake body out here. One of the best fake bodies out here. Maybe it's the skin tone for me. Who knows?
You weird man.
How? That's a woman being a woman and doing her
Best
womanly
body, best body.
best. I
Well,
said best
I'm
fake,
not. I'm
best
not.
fake,
I'm not
best
gonna
fake.
judge.
I said best fake.
We don't judge on his, hers, and the truth.
That ain't judging. That's a fake body. That ain't
I
her.
mean, no, I was talking about me not judging.
Oh, you said
I
we.
said we don't judge on his, hers. That's one of our mottos, ain't it? We don't judge. We say that all the time. We don't judge.
Do we be telling the truth though?
Do we judge?
Do we be telling
Are
the
we
truth?
judgmental?
Probably to somebody.
You judgmental.
Man, people say I'm judgmental, but I'm seeing what
You
you're
really
showing.
not. You really
I'm
not.
seeing what you're showing.
You just one of them people that's like, okay, so this is what it is.
This is my opinion, but this is what it is, and this is what you're gonna do, and I'm okay with that. So I'm in three parts of something.
Yeah, you just your tone be a little off sometimes when you be talking to people. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. I'm just saying.
My
Tone be fucked up. Your tone be fucked up. Just take it for what it is. Your tone be fucked up. Just take it for what it is. Your tone be fucked up. Okay? Okay? Okay?
all right.
All right, best friend. Just say, okay, best friend.
I'm gonna say all right.
All right. I'll take it.
Anyway, what else is on your mind, man? What else we got to talk about? What else?
Um, man, we almost like an hour
You won't be
in.
putting nothing in your notepad
I do
for
be putting
real.
stuff on
What
my
else on the
notepad.
notepad?
Uh, one to
What they say about Area 51?
you don't say not a damn thing about Area 51. That's a episode 5. No, but wanted to give a special shout out to Sauce for the
Spell
intro.
sauce.
S.O.S.S.
Thank you.
Sauce.
Some people might not have known, you know.
And y'all can find him on social media at the real Sauce 501.
And that's the real S dot O dot S dot. Is it extra
Is
S?
the dot's
Two
not
S?
the dot's not in the at.
Oh,
It's not in the
my bad.
username.
Let me
See,
shut the
you
fuck
fucking
up.
shit up.
Let me shut up
I
then.
said it the way that is supposed to be typed out. God, dog.
I was trying to enhance.
Anyways, if y'all were not aware, Sauce, uh, is on the intro to the podcast and part of the outro as well. If you actually watch the videos on the podcast, his single "All for Me," dope ass single. I actually lent my voice on that track. I was talking. I was not singing or rapping or none of that. So don't get excited. I was talking. That's it.
Are
Uh,
you ever you such an artist? Would you think about singing or rapping?
yeah,
You,
yeah.
you should do a cover. You should just
I'm
do a cover.
not gonna do that,
Why?
but stay tuned. I'm just gonna tell people to stay
Can I
tuned
ask you why not a cover? What's wrong with doing a cover?
because I have some other things planned right
Uh,
now. I have some things in the works, so just stay tuned.
you got your own course
Just
coming.
just stay
All right,
tuned,
all right,
gosh.
man.
But again, y'all check out Sauce on social media, the real Sauce 501. Um, Again, thank you. And if y'all didn't know, Sauce is my fiance as well. So
Woo!
all of that. Also, if you know any artists that maybe want to
Be featured.
be featured on the intro to his, hers, and the Truth podcast, along with one of their songs, definitely send them our way. They can DM us, or y'all can send an email to his, hers podcast radio at gmail.com.
Oh.
That's an option as well.
Hey, hey,
So
quick
yeah,
question. What's one of the most cringe-worthy things to y'all? What just makes you just
nails on chalkboard.
sauce?
Liars. I thought you said ligers, but okay. Liars. You so sleepy. You are so sleepy. I can tell.
He sleepy too. And
It-
you say you don't be
listen,
sleepy every
listen.
time.
This the first week he ain't fell asleep over there in that chair.
Hey, no, bro.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, you be like, you know what's a petty cringe to me?
What?
When your socks get wet.
Oh, I hate that
You
shit.
like, you know how it was rain. It was raining yesterday, and I think today too. But man, I had on some slides. I was being lazy, and goddamn stepped in the wrong part of the sidewalk, and the shit said, and I said,
Ah, that's that
I
shit.
said, God damn, man.
That's that shit. That's some irritating
I just
shit.
wanted to share that. Though. Hey, next week I will have a haircut. I
I will
I
too.
told you, man. I had to ball for holidays, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to wanted to show my
God.
appreciation to myself and to others. So, uh,
We're gonna have a discussion about the love languages one day,
uh,
cause I got some questions and I got some, I guess maybe some stories to tell. So we're gonna have a discuss. We're gonna have
we
a
can do it.
podcast
Let's do that
episode
next week.
next week.
Yeah. Well, let's because next week probably gonna be the one before Christmas.
How about we do that one for the New Year's episode?
Um, no, I want to do it next week.
I don't want to do it next week. We'll
Well,
talk about it.
we'll flip a
We'll
coin.
talk about
So,
it.
but
But you got anything else to add to all
nope,
of that?
I don't, man. I gotta go do some more work, man.
I'm ready to go to bed, but I promised my man that we would sit up in the bed and
Suck
eat
that
ice.
dick.
We would sit up in the bed and eat
Hey, hey,
ice
hey, hey,
cream
hey, hey.
before
Oh,
we
his
went to bed.
dick.
You know
All
what? You're
right,
just
all
so
right.
fucking
I had,
mannish.
yeah. I think about a lot of different stuff, but I will throw in some funny shit, you know.
And on that note, that was his truth.
And that was her truth.
And somewhere in there is
Is
the
the
real
real truth.
truth. We'll holler at y'all next week.